Hey everybody, in this video we're going to take a close look at the impact that Dylan Freechild has on the final of US Nationals playing for Sockeye. In the very first point of the game, he's being marked by Johnny Bansfield, who ends up poaching off him a little bit to cause some havoc on the open side. Freechild immediately punishes this poach by going deep, and has a great read on the disc which stops Bansfield from putting a bid in. After catching, he turns and faces the rest of his teammates, waiting for a clear open pass. And then a couple of passes later, Sockeye score the first point of the game.
It's always interesting, Ian, to see what the early matchups are going to be. Sockeye punches it in.
At 6-3 up, Freechild is hanging out at the back of the stack, and he times his move out to the break side really nicely, meaning that he can catch the disc uncontested.
Sockeye has been #1 atop the rankings pretty much all year long, and they're now within one goal of taking half.
At 8-4, Chicago are moving the disc up towards the Seattle endzone with some handler movement, with the rest of the players in a tight stack. Freechild is marking one of the players in the stack, but he sees the cut going up the line very early and peels off to go and get the interception. He walks the disc up to the line and passes to Matt Raider. When he gets the disc back, he does his signature give and go move, making full use of the separation he has from his defender. There's no immediate continuation, but Raider gets free down the line for a nice 20-yard pass, and very quickly Sockeye have gone from playing defense in their end zone to being right on the doorstep of the red zone of Chicago. A couple of points later you can see Freechild going for a similar type of poach interception, but it doesn't quite work out this time.
There it is.
At 9-6 Chicago come down with their zone, and you can see Freechild, even when he's not active in getting the disc, he's communicating with all of his team. He's pointing to players that are free, he's getting the throwers to calm down, he's generally dictating the play of Sockeye even though the disc isn't in his hands. When he does get it, he's usually very effective with it. Like here with this give and go with Raider, he moves the disc very quickly, keeping his average time of possession incredibly low. This point goes on for several minutes with Seattle maintaining possession of the disc. Freechild receives a backwards pass and then controls his balance really well to be able to explode out and accelerate down the line, bringing a defender towards him, who he's then able to punish with a throw going past. Let's take another look at that. You see he catches the disc, rotates his body to the left, kind of sending the defenders over there, and then in one motion throws and accelerates out back to where the disc came from. This rips through the Chicago defense and puts him on the back foot. He follows his move, which opens up space for the easy dump swing, and then goes back to controlling the tempo of the point, whether he's got the disc in his hands or not. Seattle's calmness and composure in this point made a big difference, as Chicago didn't throw the zone again. For quite a long time, Chicago managed to contain Sockeye on the far side of the field, but then when Freechild gets the disc, he breaks it open again, this time laterally, finding Raider with a sweet IO flick. The Chicago defense have to spread across the field, while Sockeye remain patient and calmly move the disc around outside the end zone, waiting for an opportunity to arise. The opportunity comes when Montague gets the disc going down the middle of the field. Freechild is an option towards the corner. He moves it to the side, Freechild is still an option, manages to drag two defenders with him, and then Murray spots the gap that's behind these defenders and slots the disc through to Trent Dillon for the score. Here at 11 all game to 13, there's a slightly wayward pass which Freechild has to go to ground to catch, and then takes the safe pass backwards. He was solid and consistent in the second half of the game when a few other Sockeye players were making mistakes which were letting Machine back into it. And here we are at 12 all universe point. Freechild is in the stack. He makes a move initially for a lateral pass, turns this into a cut towards the open side sideline.
Here's Freechild.
There's a cool downfield just after Freechild catches the disc. And when it comes back in, he almost gets into trouble as Nathan Goff poaches off to stop the easy reset. Freechild locks onto the poached player Matt Raider, hits him with a backhand down the line, follows his throw, getting the disc back in the tiny space between Raider and the sideline, and then pops the disc into the end zone for the winning score. Take particular note of how Freechild moves in the last few seconds. Yes, his give and go move down the line is great and gets him some yards and puts him in a very strong attacking position. But after he catches the disc, instead of pivoting out of the field and down the sideline, he steps backwards and infield. This instantly opens up all the threats on the field, so the defenders have to stay honest. If he were to have immediately pivoted down the line, then all the defenders could have focused on just stopping that option to begin with. However, by not committing to it early, it makes it possible to take that option a fraction of a second later. After throwing the winning goal, he shouts and he runs around the field. I was really happy to see Freechild win US Nationals. I've been a fan of him for a long time and I think it's really well deserved. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, then tune into my YouTube and subscribe. Click on the bell to get notifications, and I'll see you again soon.
Dylan Freechild, been grinding for years, and he has summited the club ultimate world.